Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
My sweater's getting a bit whiffy. I'm going to have to change it pretty soon. Lesson number 9. I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from the 2 preceding ones. But while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will really mean anything to you as yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point.
Thank God.
It's just so kind, right? It's so kind. Just do
yeah.
them. Just be willing to do the exercises. Okay. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. Okay, that's major.
Isn't it?
That's where we all really need to come to. If I'm preoccupied with past thoughts and I think that I'm the separate self, then we all have to come to this place of, I don't understand what anything is for. I don't know what I am. This level of recognizing that you don't understand anything is a prerequisite for undoing the false ideas. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You do not need to practice what you really understand. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what seems to be pictured before it is not there. This idea can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms. Yet that does not preclude applying it. No more than that is required for these or any other exercises. Each little step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. Isn't that lovely? We're just clearing debris and the light will do the rest.
Oh, that just, yeah, that is just so comforting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No pressure on us. None. Okay. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for the day to whatever you see, remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I do not see this typewriter as it is now. I do not
stop you there, sorry.
Sure.
Typewriter? I don't think anybody really has one these days, do they?
Keyboard, computer.
Keyboard. Okay, great. Thank you.
I do not see this key as it is now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. Begin with things that are nearest you and then extend the range. I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see that face as it is now. I do not see that door as it is now. It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. Be sure you are honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. Yeah, especially those things that we really like, thinking that we know what it is now. Yeah. Are we willing just to open our thought to the idea? Are you open to the idea that maybe, perhaps, the things that and the way that you're seeing them now aren't the way they actually are?
Yeah, very good.
It's opening that door just a little
bit.
Spirit needs
a little bit.
Door.
Sure. And in particular, those things that we tend to want to obscure, or resist, applying this to. You just said something that we really believe we know what it is, right? Something valuable.
Yes.
What about a trigger?
Oh, so happy to get rid of that.
Really?
Well, I guess it depends on what it is.
I don't know. again, I'm pulling on the past and memory, but I vaguely remember doing these lessons. And at the time that I began the workbook, I was in a highly toxic special relationship.
Hmm.
And, I had a lot of resentments against my partner at the time. And I remember when he would fly off the handle, I would have such a hard time to say to myself in my mind, I see nothing as it is now. Yeah. Because he would be,
Mm.
really upset and screaming and God knows what else. Yeah. So, yeah. I didn't want to apply it to that at the time.
You didn't want to take accountability for the way that you were seeing your brother?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this is good. I mean, we might have resistance to it because something that we like, right? We want it to remain as the way that it is, the way that we've got it in our mind, and it serves us. And so, the thought that it might not be what we think it is would be threatening to the separate self, the mind that's decided what it is.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of things like, an imperfect body or a sickness or something. We're all too eager to say, oh, no, this isn't the truth about me. I may not understand what I am, but this isn't the truth about me. But those things that we call good in the world, it's hands off, Holy Spirit. This doesn't need any correction. So nothing that we're seeing through a split mind is as it seems. It's a total distortion and bears no relationship to what's actually there. And again, I think I mentioned this before, but when we think about Jesus's example, just the withered hand into a perfect hand, the blind can see, the deaf can hear, the lame are leaping up and walking without surgery and physical therapy. And so, I mean, there's something else to see beyond what our senses are reporting and the I know mind has decided upon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good.
So just to be open. I'm open to accepting the idea I see nothing as it is now. Is there any, yes, 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient. Make sure that you don't leave anything specifically out, and also just be indiscriminate about what you do include, just whatever your eyes alight upon or thoughts come to you. Yeah. Anything else, sis?
Not that I can think of. I think we're going to, as usual, we will unpack this and go deeper with it as we go into further lessons. Yeah.
Yeah. Just asking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your willingness coming along. Lesson 9. So next time we join, it'll be lesson 10. Yes. Perfect. Thank you, sis. Appreciate the joining.
Thank you.
These are so helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah. See
Thanks,
you guys
everyone.
next time.
Yeah. Bye.